We saw you on the live feeds wavering, at Final Four. And then obviously tonight, I felt like, were you pretty much set that you were going to take Matt from, like, when did you make that decision?
Yeah, I was pretty set at this point. I think I was thinking a lot about it at Final Four, and ultimately, I want to play this game my way. And obviously, there are a lot of things to weigh throughout the game, and there are huge decisions to make. But I wanted to play the game in a way where I could hold my head up high afterwards. Years down the road, if I look back at how I played, I want to be proud of that, regardless of the money, regardless of the outcome. And so when I came to that conclusion, I knew I just had to stick with it. And Matt saved me in this game. He protected me and he never turned his back on me. And I was not going to be the one that turns my back on him. And so I made that decision. I knew I was going to take him to final two. I knew that he had a strong shot at winning. And honestly, I thought that he could just win it all. So the reason it was a really hard decision wasn't because, oh, do I stay loyal to Matt or not? It was, I seriously thought he was going to win the whole thing. So for me, making that decision, like even at Final Four and at Final Two again, it was, do I choose to stay true to who I am and choose the loyal path and choose Matt, who has saved me and didn't turn his back on me, or do I choose the $750,000, which is the game that I signed up for? And I chose the loyal path. And I'm a big believer everything happens for a reason, and luckily it worked out. I'm so grateful for that.
Still worked out. If Matt had cut you, like one final HOH and cut you, would you have still voted for him?
I would have. I think he played the better game. And for me, I've said this to other people in the house too. Like, game and personal is very different for me. I knew coming in that there were going to be things that sort of, it feels like there's a gray area, but I've been really intentional about my relationship, my personal relationships in the house, and then separating that from game. And with Matt, like if he had cut me, I would understand because I was going through a lot of the decision making myself, and I decided to stick with him till the very end, like we promised. But if he decided otherwise, at the end of the day, he played his game, and I still think he played a game that is worthy of winning.
Hmm. Whose vote surprised you? Or like, how did you think the votes were going to
go? I thought Cameron was going to vote for me because he had told me. And because Cameron and I had worked together with Matt in the Fugitives. And during that time, I was very vocal. I was very clear about my gameplay. And Cameron could see that I was masterminding everything. Matt wasn't as vocal during those meetings. So I felt like I had his vote. I felt like I had Blue's vote because she had also told me that she thought I was playing the best game. Beyond that, I did not know whose vote I would have.